Hi, how's it going? What I want to talk with you today is this. Not necessarily your cell phone, but the power that this little weapon has. And I don't use weapon in a bad way by any means. With one little tweet, Facebook post, or anything, you can cause a movement that can honestly change the world. And I know that might sound ridiculous, but it's happened before. I'm sure you've all heard of Black Lives Matter, and that movement was started with one hashtag, hashtag Black Lives Matter. That hashtag last year was used 9 million times to spread the awareness of their cause. You know, the internet has a capability to spread worldwide awareness to different causes all around the world. It gives a platform for people to, show their cause or spread some news. For instance, Pray for Paris, hashtag Pray for Paris was used 5 million times during the Paris bombings. And then last week, for instance, I didn't even find out about the Orlando shootings until I saw hashtag Love Wins, hashtag Pray for Orlando was used all over Twitter. And because of that, I would click on it, and in seconds, I had up to the minute updates with one little swipe. And, it's just an amazing tool that we have nowadays that old generations never had. And some people are using it to extreme use. For instance, in the videos that we saw, the Arab Spring, countries such as Libya, Egypt, and other countries were going through horrible atrocities. Governments that were just corrupt. And, lots of people, for instance, over here in America, couldn't fully understand what was happening over there. But with one little video, couple pictures, a couple Facebook posts, a revolution started. You're showing the world what you're going through, but you're also talking to your people. Obviously, there are people across your whole country that are going through the same thing, but obviously you can't connect to them, but Facebook allows that. And because of Facebook, these people were able to start revolutions and revolts, and, it just made a difference. Eventually, the leaders of Libya, Tunisia, and Egypt were all taken down. Gaddafi in Libya, he knew the dangerous weapon that your cell phone was, that the internet was. Only 5% of people had access to the internet, and then when it got even worse, he blocked the internet from all their people. But that just didn't stop them, because some posts leaked through. Some people crossed country borders just to post on Facebook and show the world what was happening. And with that, they were able to gain support from the UN. They were able to show the UN what exactly Gaddafi was going through, the corrupt things that he was doing. And, the UN agreed this man has to go down. And eventually, over time, he went down. I'm not saying that it was, purely because of Facebook, a Facebook post, but I like to believe that it was the little spark needed. Who knows what would have happened without the social media that we have nowadays? And for instance, Clay Shirsky in the video that we saw in the TED Talks, he makes a great point that, for the first time, media, like major media, has the access to many people all around the world. With printing press, you could, the news would come to you. But nowadays, you can just talk to people all around the world and show them exactly what you want. And it just makes a huge difference. When the earthquake in 2008 happened in China, the BBC, a huge news network, didn't even find out about it because until Twitter. Twitter had the information on the earthquake before the U.S. Geological Survey. It's just a powerful tool, and then within half a day, donations were set up, and it just makes a difference. One little tweet, the power that a tweet can have, a power that a Facebook can have, it's underestimated, and for good reason, but it really can make a difference. Eventually, with those earthquakes, they found out that school officials were taking money to make the buildings not as safe as they should be, and because of that, during the earthquake, buildings tragically fell and killed children. But, because of Facebook and being able to reach it out before they shut it down, when it happened in China, they shut down the internet because they didn't want to show people, what was actually happening. But, some posts leaked, and the right people were taken down. And, originally government, the whole idea of government, they could send a message to their people. But nowadays, not only can people talk back to their government, we can talk to one another. And that alone is a threat to government, but it's a wonderful weapon that I believe that the citizens have nowadays. People, the simple man like myself, should have the opportunity to speak and reach out. And if I don't think something's right, I should be able to post it out there and find other people that support my beliefs and just make a difference. Even the small example that Sersky gave in his TED Talk of Martha Payne from Scotland. She was posting pictures of her school lunches. She was a young little girl. Some hair was in lunch, so not all good reviews. Teachers shut it down. She posted that they shut it down. Outrage. People nowadays, the man can't get away with what they used to be able to, and I think it's great. More media, like Sersky said, means more arguing, and arguing isn't bad. I believe every man should have a right, to say what he believes and speak his beliefs. Because one little difference can make a difference, whether it's hashtag Black Lives Matter, whether it's taking down Gaddafi, whether it's just reporting innocent news and just keeping the world up to date. The internet isn't a bad thing. Social media isn't a bad thing. It's a beautiful tool. So don't ever give that up. And if you ever have the need or have a strong belief, go out there. Use this weapon. Don't use other weapons. Use this. Because this can make a real difference. So keep posting and keep having your beliefs.